6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on WCPT. Choose Views is about pragmatic, progressive conversation with a bit of smash mouth talk. Tune in 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday on WCPT. Progressive Talk.
Martin Ware, Howard University alumni, class of 1990. I listen to the
family meeting. This is Gene Marlowe with PopulousFamilio.com. Populous Car Service, the people's choice. You listen to Family Meeting.
Welcome to the galactical headquarters of the family meeting, y'all. It's family meeting time.
Headquarters.
There you go.
You blew it.
I didn't. I had you up.
All
okay,
right.
Watch this. Welcome to the galactical headquarters
of the family meeting.
Of the family meeting.
Headquarters.
You're supposed to say it after headquarters.
No.
You're not supposed to say it after meeting.
You used to say, welcome to the worldwide headquarters.
Right, but
the family meeting.
You waited till I said meeting. Then you said, you're not supposed to say headquarters.
We're off to a bang-up start.
All right.
Welcome to the galactical headquarters of the sausage party today.
There. Got it in.
Sausage. Yeah. It's family meeting time, y'all. I'm your boy E. In studio today with us, it's a sausage party today, y'all. Yeah, how about that, man? How about that? Grab your phones, find us on social media, like, subscribe, and whatever on all those things. Do that, will you please? We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram today. So you can go to all the places and watch us. Yep. You sure can. Also, when we're not on the air, you can go there and find us, because that's where the conversation continues when we're not here. Go there. Participate, will you? Also, be sure to visit the webpage, tfmradioshow.com, tfmradioshow.com. You'll find archived broadcast, our world-famous music playlist. What y'all whispering about?
Nothing.
See there.
You're not supposed to whisper on mic, are you? You're supposed to pull back
the microphone on you.
He's like teacher. What y'all doing in the back of the room?
Hey, Richard, don't tell Eric I called him a bastard.
There you go. That's right. Yeah, see how this is out of control already? In the space shuttle cockpit controlling everything is Bobby Longstroke. I think his mother calls him Devin, though. We love him as Bobby Longstroke, the porno star. Thank you so much for what you do.
Waka.
That's right. Hey, man, listen, while you're visiting that webpage, tfmradioshow.com, make sure you mash the button to become a patron for as little as $5 a month. You can help us stay on the air, or you can just ignore it altogether because you don't want us on the air. Both are fine. They're really both fine. tfmradioshow.com. The lines fill quickly. The number is 773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. The Black Asian dude is here, big fancy weekday host, the Morning Drive guy.
Hello there.
The Morning Drive guy, Richard Chu, Black Asian dude is in the house. And, of course, our friend, old drunk ass Adrian.
Sober today.
Oh, see, he's been practicing sound effects.
Yes, man.
He's been practicing sound effects.
Wow.
How is that?
Wow.
Why don't you give somebody a little bit more of that? Huh? How about that? See if you can do it again. Listen to this guy.
Wow.
How long you been practicing that, man?
Since I was drinking from a bottle.
Oh, my goodness.
Baby bottle.
How about this?
Key and Peele would be very, very impressed. They may want to hire you.
Yeah. That be a good job for you, too. If they allow drunkenness.
And disorderliness.
Yeah.
He's drunken and I'm disorderly. like Hard Rock, Coco, and Joe. Remember that?
D&D, but it ain't Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right. I'm Hard Rock. I'm Coco.
Drunken?
Joe. Oh, Neil. Some brothers must have written that. Think about it. When you think about the rhythm of that song, that Christmas, whatever, some black folks had to put that together. Oh, day, Donner and Blitzen, away. I mean, ain't nobody got rhythm like that but us.
That is kind of rhythmic.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little bouncy.
He's feeling festive.
Isn't he? That was really festive.
Brought in greetings cards and all.
Yeah, how about that, man?
That's what I do. I care about my people.
So a thoughtful guy.
I can't even. Can I show it? I can show it on the camera.
I
can't say it on the air, but I can show it on the camera. Yeah.
Well, actually, you can't say it. Yeah, give a stuffometer.
Yeah, I can't really.
I got cards for the three of these guys. Before Michelle's not here, but I got cards for the three plus Michelle. And I
Yeah.
like getting stuff when I travel, like for you guys. I don't really have a bunch of children to buy.
Where you
for.
been? You traveling somewhere?
This was last month for Ann's
What's
birthday.
the Canada thing?
No, I was back in October. We went down to South Carolina to Hilton Head.
South Carolina.
Yeah, because Ann is
Low
a
country.
strong. Yeah, we got to have enjoyment down there with
Yeah.
our people that are there. It's really kind of interesting traveling to kind of that Hilton Head, Bluffton, Beaufort area. It's us. I mean, there's and it's not as. I mean, Eric, you know this because of your HBCU connections, but it's a part of South Carolina. It is kind of a blue dot or purplish dot on a lot of levels. But what's really cool about it is our culture is definitely still strong.
Yeah,
there.
especially those Geechees.
Yeah, and it's really cool. So we went down there. Ann takes a needlepoint class every year.
She's so incredibly wholesome.
But she's just good. I mean, it's a stress reliever too. So let's be honest. You know, if it's something that you can do.
Are you giving her that much stress?
It ain't me. That's why I went
What
along.
she told you?
That's what she signed a document that said it. You didn't expecting
He
that.
made her sign a document.
See?
That's stressful by his damn self. I need you to
We
sign this.
just shifted it all over to you. I'm sitting here quietly. I'm usually his Sunday punching bag, but he just.
I'll take some. I'll be wait.
You next.
You'll be.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you'll be speed bag. I'll be body bag.
Oh man.
But no, we went down there for a couple of days. She had a class, and I played golf, and it was cool. And I thought about y'all. I was like, I know this store. I've been to it before. Like, I got to roll through there. And we spent easily 45 minutes in this card store. And I thought about y'all, and I was like, that's Eric. That's Tiffany.
Yeah,
that is you.
I'm gonna frame this one.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
to.
this is
And that's the funny thing. I almost bought 2 of them for each of you guys because I thought there's probably a couple of venues in their life that they could have these, like frame one of them and carry the other one around. And when people say something to you, you can just flash and go, bam.
Yeah, that's that's the life of the fancy weekday radio host.
What do you mean?
You travel off and golf, and
well, I don't get to do anything during the weekdays, so
yeah, because you're up at the crack of damn dawn.
it's true.
That's pretty wild.
Dawn is still asleep when I get up.
Yeah, what?
But I
I'm
ain't
making so much noise. See that? See what he did?
See?
See?
Speed
Yeah,
bag.
no home
Speed
training.
bag.
See, listen, man.
What you knew here?
Let me get you a
Trying
math.
to fix it and turn it down.
Get him a book with some math problems in it. Maybe he'll be happy.
Don't do that.
Like a dog with a bone.
He'll look
math.
at it and go, why do you give me this? Because he'll say, don't you see in the subtitles? I wrote this.
I was trying to find the link for the show so that I could send it to folks, but
Folks are asking.
yeah, but the
Just
you know,
tell them to
the
go to
audio
YouTube.
was up on it.
Go tell them to go to YouTube and
That's
find
right.
the family meeting.
See?
That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
That's too hard. Okay, we won't do that.
I like helping some people out. You know, I
Because
go
they-
and get the
they're
link
special.
myself and send
Because
it to them.
they're
Yeah,
special.
we're all special people.
He's a giving kind of guy.
We're all
Yeah.
special people.
They're special. They're just special.
He'll back.
Some people give greetings cards. I give YouTube links.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's really nerdy, but okay, then we'll go with that. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Hey man, look, Adrian and I were talking about before you walked in, Rich, about the rules again. Was it fair to say we were talking about?
It was rules. It came down to rules.
Tell them what you're
What are the
curious
rules?
about. What the rules are.
Okay, so before the show, we were, talking about some info that I was reading. I read an article that was in the Wall Street Journal,
Okay.
and it was talking about how Trump was talking about how maybe we're going to go and do land strikes in Venezuela,
Mhm.
right? Because of the supposed and alleged drug boats
Right.
that are that they're dropping bombs on. So 80 people have died, and you really don't know if there were any drugs on these boats at all.
No.
And so now we've got like one of the most advanced aircraft carriers in the U.S. fleet and a flotilla of other ships and support going down in the Caribbean to threaten Venezuela because they supposedly have these, they're shipping drugs to us. So my thought about this was how Purdue Pharma.
What are the
and
rules?
Yes. So Purdue Pharma, the Sackler family, who was part owners or
Drug pushers.
yeah. So for people that don't know, Purdue Pharma was the epicenter of the opioid crisis. So 900,000 Americans died due to the opioid crisis from that was pretty much because of Purdue Pharma, right? And the Sackler family, who were the owners, they got off with a fine.
If you could call it that.
Yeah, no jail time.
They didn't get killed.
They didn't get killed.
Nobody bombed
Nobody
them.
bombed them.
They didn't lose their wherewithal.
No, none of that. So they got fined, and okay, so it's like $7 billion is what they have to pony up because of all the damage that was done. That's going to go to families who were victims of it, who can now get, you know, somewhere between $5,000 to $8,000, right? And I just look
That's what's
at
left after they pay the attorneys.
yeah. So that and going to treatment centers and all these other things, and then there's some other millions from here and there that are going to go to the different associations and whatever. But bottom line is, we're getting ready to invade a country because of alleged drug dealing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have clear evidence that 900,000 Americans died, and these people didn't even go to jail.
So the question is, what are the rules in dealing with people who distribute drugs that harm people? What are the rules for that?
Yeah,
There are no rules. There are.
but there's rules,
There's rules. The rules are, if you're a white dude, it's okay.
and you're wealthy.
And that's not even a rule. That's why I'm saying there's no rules. There are guidelines, there are thought processes, but there are no rules, because if there were rules, then you could have a line of demarcation and say they crossed it. See, because with the white boys out there that get away with this, there are no rules. Because if we could say that they are, but
I hear what you're saying, but I'm going to disagree, and
they-
I'll tell you why.
They keep moving the goalposts. So then, if there are rules, Adrian, then the rules, maybe I'll soften it and say there are rules, but they keep changing them, or they keep moving the goalposts. Because right now,
I don't even know if it's so much as moving. It's just rules that just don't apply.
so then that would be a derivative of there are no rules.
Well, no,
there's rules.
The rule appears to be that if it's a white dude that's selling drugs, you pay a fine. If you're a non-white dude, you get killed.
How about let's change it from rules to ways of engagement?
Why?
Because there are no rules.
No,
That's my
why?
question. Why?
Why we got to change the name? Why we got to give it some other? Because if you say we need to do this to them, and somebody says you can't do that, what's in their head? You can't do it because XYZ. Them's the rules.
But there are no rules, because if
there are rules.
Okay, so okay,
clearly there are rules. It's just rules. Some rules apply to some people that don't apply to others.
So here's the larger message that I think.
I guess I'm probably being overly semantic about it.
I would agree with that.
Because he's a fancy weekday morning show host.
There are no rules, because if there were rules, they would be established and they'd stick. But they're not.
We saw the rules being exacted this time. We saw that the rule is, if you're not white, we kill you.
All right, I'll leave that alone. Because at the end,
what are you drinking over?
Just some water. At the end of the day,
that's water.
Yeah, it's
in a can.
Yeah, because that's all we had at the house. I snatched one on the way out the door. I had to grab something.
I mean, did you pour water in it, or is it like
somebody that runs a drug factory poured some water in there and said, "This is water."
But it says cranberry on it. Cranberry water.
It might be It might be drugs. It's cranberry.
Cranberry water.
Yeah. I wish I had drank them, but I could pour you some.
I ain't never heard. You've heard of cranberry? I never seen cranberry water.
Yeah. If you have, I know you. I
haven't seen cranberry. I don't know about cranberry.
I've seen flavored waters before and all that, but maybe not that brand.
I would agree with you guys that what are the rules? Okay. In this case, I don't know what other.
I mean, I think we all agree that the drugs that harm people are a problem that needs to be dealt with at the federal or local, state level, right? So then the question is, how do you deal with it? And they've decided that for white dudes, it's one thing, and for non-white dudes, it's another thing.
Well, in this case with Sackler, it was true on a state level and on a federal level, because there were there were state cases that were filed by families of I won't say victims, but families of the assaulted, that basically those cases got appealed, and then they splintered off into become federal cases because it was interstate commerce that allowed the feds to get involved. That's why.
How many non-white dudes did they do that for?
In this thing with
just illegal drugs.
Yeah.
I can't. Here's the thing.
So it's different. It's different.
We shouldn't. There aren't any non-white dudes that they've done it for that we know of.
Right. So that means it's different. They
Right.
deal with it differently. The rules are we deal with it differently.
Take a
Yeah.
take a look at the. Let's go and hit the Wayback Machine and go look at the DeLorean case. Remember the DeLorean, right?
Yeah, he started selling drugs to boost his company up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And look at what he got for selling all the pounds or whatever of powder cocaine. Look what happened to him versus what was happening to some dude on the street corner. They had a simple rock
Mm-hmm.
cocaine,
Crack rock.
right?
Crack rock.
So under the jail, slam the doors, whatever for having that. But this dude, well, I was trying to keep my company afloat. That's why I was selling all that yayo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Of
we get it.
course, Of course.
We get it.
We
Yeah,
understand.
so we, you know,
Well,
I
but
think the larger message, though, that this country just can't seem to reconcile because it seems and feels so awful to contemplate, is that nothing about the justice system is built to hold white dudes accountable.
right.
Not at all.
And I reference here this week, they dropped this case in Georgia against the Orange Menace.
Mhm.
Right. So as much as people were reveling in all the court things going on when he was out of office and thinking that finally he'll be held accountable,
Yeah.
that's probably the last thing that they decided. And they did it without prejudice, by the way, which means they can bring it back up again.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, it
Yeah.
took him a long time to try to hold him accountable. But I think it took him a long time to do is to figure out how to process it and not hold him accountable.
You know what I always go back to when you go down that line of discussion is the Confederates and how not only did they punish them, they said, come back and help us run the country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they gave them, they gave them
Pardon most of them.
Yeah.
pardon most of them,
And
and
then
tried to give them back the enslaved people that they
If they didn't give them the enslaved people, they paid
agreed
them.
to.
They
Yeah.
paid them money
yeah,
for what
and,
they lost.
yeah, and then when they brought the troops out, they were just like, okay, South, do what you want. And that just ended up with all the slaughters and lynchings and everything.
Because this country is not, and it's hard for people to reconcile that.
Yeah.
That can't be possible. We're shining light on the hill, blah, blah, blah. That's the reality of what you're looking at.
Right.
That you cannot, the system is not built to hold white dudes accountable. The system pauses.
Yep.
If faced with an opportunity to hold a white dude accountable, we got to find any way we can.
Mhm.
And if we're left with nothing, we'll throw one in the hole.
Yep.
And try to make him the scapegoat for all the rest of the white dudes.
How about
who are
this?
involved.
How about this? Or we'll make sure that that person doesn't live any longer, and that'll be the way of redirecting or misdirecting the attention, so that any of his bad dealings won't run up
Yeah.
on the other folks who were part of the
Because we certainly
scandal.
we
too.
certainly celebrate when they get one, don't we?
Yeah, but it's the one. That's why going back to the OJ trial and the verdict of the OJ trial
Mhm.
is so profound, because whether we thought he did it or not, what we knew is that this was going to be that seminal moment where justice had to face the fact that here's a person that had a stupid money and major access to flipping the legal system on its head. So we were cheering. I know a lot
Did
of
nobody give a damn about OJ?
no, we really didn't. A lot of people were like, how would I want to phrase this? A lot of people were thinking, we want to see the so-called justice system actually work in the way in which
It works for white
everybody.
dudes.
Right.
Fast forward to now. I mean, I can't say we don't give a darn about Bill Cosby, because we do. We give a darn about his legacy, what he's meant to us, as you said so many times. Excuse me. But when there was a mistake in the justice system and they had to deal with it based on how the mistake was a public mistake, we were like, see, y'all, now you upset. Be upset that he isn't sitting in jail, but you're not upset with the fact that your justice system did what it says it's supposed to do, which is to honor the rule of law. And they made a mistake.
Well,
Same, and then one more. I add one more to it. This situation with Halligan, the woman that's supposedly going to try the Comey case, and Tish James, or
The one that got thrown out.
get thrown out.
Yeah.
Why did it get thrown out? Because they didn't follow the rules.
Right.
This is a white dude,
yeah,
Comey.
the grand jury didn't actually see the evidence that was supposed to be used for them to say, yeah, you have enough to incriminate. And
Plus,
try.
she was not
She
legally
was not legally.
appointed to the case.
Yeah.
So the system worked as it worked for a white dude, but they're upset with the fact that it worked in their political disadvantage.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's hard for people to reconcile that you aren't what you think you are. You aren't as great as you think you are.
Yeah.
You got problems to work on.
Y'all are mediocre
I
at
say all the
best.
time. You don't love the country. That's not the point.
And we do actually.
We scold our kids. We still love them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's no relation to that.
I must say something about that when we come back. I know the break.
Yeah, because he ain't new. Right? I love that sweater too, by the way. Like that. What's that? Is that a button under there?
I'm not talking because I'm not.
He just talked, right? Didn't he?
He got me to talk.
773-763-9278. Yeah. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
This is DeAndre Edwards, assistant coach of the West Inglewood Tigers. Keep listening to the family meeting.
Don't need a man that'll give you money. Come on, let me show you just what you need.
DUI and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9-LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
You better call Donnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
Think you better call Donnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Donnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm?
I think you better call Donnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Donnell.
That's right. You better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Calling all valued members of the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA. Your future retirement goals can be achieved. Introducing the AVMA Retirement Plan, tailored to meet the distinct needs of veterinarians with streamlined administration and reduced burdens. Vets enjoy unrivaled benefits that include service provider oversight, knowledgeable expert investment guidance, and delegated fiduciary services. Veterinarians who use this plan can say goodbye to annual retirement plan audits and annual retirement plan tax reporting. Veterinarians, you can enjoy retirement your way with customizable plans to suit your practice's unique structure.
Am I gonna have
From eligibility to vesting schedules and more, elevate your retirement journey with AVMA's specialized plan. Learn more by sending an email to polaris@polarisadvice.com. Secure your veterinary legacy starting today. Email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through LendStreet Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and MindStreet are not affiliated.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they think you owe them money, they will take it. They can garnish your paycheck and seize your bank accounts too. So if you owe back taxes, call Covington Tax Solutions. They can save you thousands if you qualify. Call Covington Tax Solutions now for a free consultation. Call 872-257-4631. Call 872-257-4631.
Covington Tax Solutions?
Looking at the ladies, all of them fine, all of them so lovely. I can't make up my mind, but I'm looking at you from the corner of my eye. I can see you now. You're stepping so high and
Jackie Brett, manager of Fresh Start Daycare Center. My website is Fresh Start Daycare at Live. Welcome back to the family meeting.
773-763-9278. 773-763-9278. Drunk ass Adrian is here. And the black Asian dude.
So wait, A-O-G. So what's that, Oda?
I'm trying to do an acronym for him.
Yeah, I was trying to do it.
You know he hates
Sorry, man.
acronyms. Don't do that to him.
Well, he gave me the.
I didn't give you bad.
Yes, you did.
No, you came up with bad. I didn't do bad.
Yeah, you're right.
It's bad. He started with his bad.
No, you know who did it? Wasn't me. It was Matt It was Matt Fisher that did.
Oh, Matt did it?
Matt did that. I was like,
Okay.
I didn't do that. You started calling me Black Asian dude. He said that's because he's bad. That was
That's right.
That
You're
was
right.
Matt
Yeah.
Fisher.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I think acronyms are so incredibly lazy. It's just me, man. It's one of them things. It's one of them things.
You don't work where I work.
Yeah, I probably got a million of them, man.
You
I
do.
don't do acronyms. How come you just can't say Kentucky Fried Chicken? How come you can't say that?
Well,
Is it that
actually,
damn difficult?
from a marketing standpoint now, I guess that's not who they are. Then their name is not Kentucky Fried Chicken. It used to be because not all their chicken now is fried, so they went away from that.
Too much information.
And,
I know
and
it's
it was to get rid of the fried thing, which
Right,
was
it was
becoming
the
a
issue.
negative. Yeah.
Right. So that's a nerdy moment, Eric. Sorry about that.
Quite.
But you went down the path. See, here's
I'm just
look,
Kind of like how
no.
Krispy Kreme donuts is now just crispy donuts.
Right.
Is it?
No.
Adrian,
See how
I know.
misinformation is done?
That's how my father used to say. See how lies get told? They tell
Yes,
it from children.
exactly. Yes.
Wait. Here's the thing about Eric. This is the thing that totally is Eric, and then we love him for it. But Eric,
I don't like the way you said that, though.
See, right? He knows.
He's setting it up, isn't he?
Tiff knows.
We love him for it, though.
He's
Right?
setting
It's-
it up.
Eric starts the mess.
Oh,
He is
come on.
instigator
No, I do
personified.
not. Do not.
Wait. He starts the mess,
I do not.
know.
and then he sits
I
back.
know.
He sits back like Buddha,
I've
and
sat
wait-
here
and
before.
waits for you.
I-
Don't call me
I've
fat.
sat here before. I know.
and then waits for you to follow him down the primrose path. And we just be traipsing on down. There's E over there starting some mess.
Right.
I don't do
Tell
that.
me I'm
Yeah,
lying.
I don't
Tell
do
me
that.
I'm
Yes,
lying.
he does.
No, you ain't
Y'all
never
on
known
YouTube,
that.
Yeah.
y'all watching the show, tell me I'm lying.
You ain't never seen me do nothing like that.
Oh, please, man. You are the
you
master.
can't even highlight one instance where I did
At the
something
golf
like that.
outing. At the golf
I ain't do
outing.
nothing like that.
At the golf
I don't
outing.
know what you're talking
You
about.
did it during the show.
Wait,
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
wait,
Messing with me and Stella.
at the golf outing, man.
Trying to get me in trouble with Stella. You did it on the
You did it
show.
by yourself. I didn't get you in trouble. You can't.
At the golf outing. We're at the tee box for the one hole that was to give away the car or the motorcycle. It was part 3.
Mm.
And I go, I'm getting ready to walk up to the tee. Rich, man, you know you ain't gonna make this shot. You ain't gonna make this shot. I hit it to 10 feet, but he's like, see, man, I told you you wasn't gonna make that shot. In my head, I'm thinking, at least don't shank the ball. And now I'm not focused on trying to make the hole in one. I'm focused on don't shank it because we got 9 people sitting around watching. That's Eric. Drove
Sound like
us
you need to man up a little bit then.
But I still made it to 10. Did you get to 10 feet?
Hell no, I didn't.
There it is. I
But
manned up.
I'm not traipsing off to the low the low lanes.
Get it wrong. You got it wrong.
The low country.
The low country,
The
man.
golf, man, with the Geechees, man. I'm not doing that.
Geechee Dan was Geechee Dan there.
I
Dan,
play
Mr. Geechee Dan.
twice a year, maybe, man.
Get you there.
I might play
Nobody
twice. I might play
calls
golf
me.
twice a year, and I hate both times.
I know you do, especially the second one, because you're like, why the hell did I do this again?
Yeah, can we go home now?
Right.
Are we done yet?
3 holes in, Eric's like, oh, man, let me
Hey, y'all go ahead, man. Let me watch.
No, but that's all right.
calls me Geechee Dan.
Man. That's too funny.
Yeah.
I hear tell this week there was something going on with the administration eliminating nursing as something.
Designation.
Teachers, whole
Yeah.
lot of things. Those aren't degrees. Those aren't-
Accountants, teachers,
Yeah.
Nurses.
Yeah, those aren't
They
professional.
started with
degrees.
those 3, and then there's another list. I did a little bit of talk about it this week. Yeah, they want to eliminate that designation and certification. And here's the crazy thing.
To what end?
Well, this is what is being speculated, is that it's because they want to be able to say that those designations and certifications would then not qualify for certain funding for grants and loans for furthering their education, blah, blah, blah.
Like Pell Grants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing though. This is what, listen, him and his little old crusty Department of Education person, Linda McMahon.
Is she really crusty?
I don't know,
Okay.
but the face
She looked crusty.
She looked crusty.
Yeah.
So allegedly, so we
Yeah.
don't get in any trouble. But that to me is once again, and I said this: how many people that are quote unquote on the right politically, or that 78 million, Tiffany, that voted for him, that have children, that have family members, and the list goes on, that are in those professions? Because let's talk about rural hospitals. We break it down real literally.
Or trying to get into them, which I think it affects more than those who are already in it.
So think about it just from a demographic standpoint, E. He just cut the ankles of the people, many of which voted for him,
Mhm.
in an area that has bettered their lives. but they're too damn stupid, as Eric
They,
would
they
say,
deserve it.
to not recognize the dude just said you no longer are of value.
They deserve every bit of that.
They do.
Every bit of that.
And I've changed. If there's one thing that I think I've learned is to be willing to change or modify where you are and still be on the path to get where you want to get to. I think it's one of the things that's been one of my blessings in my life is I don't get stuck on stupid. And something that you've said so many times is, or ask the question, how are we going to live with these people? Well, the reality is they're not, we can't, there's no way to live with them. We have to make them live with us. I think we have to change that dialogue. We have to stop saying how we going to do. No, what we're going to do is make them change or go away.
Well, part of it is, though, I think it requires people. I mean, people think that they're speaking up now, and I guess to a degree they are. But old boy, when he barked at that reporter, called her Piggy, right?
Man,
okay,
please.
So him calling her Piggy wasn't the problem for me. Not at all.
Because nobody.
It was everybody in the room who let that happen.
Right, especially the dudes.
And didn't say anything.
Especially the dudes.
Yo, man.
Hey, man. And put at risk all their access, all their privilege, all their whatever to defend someone that just got attacked. Why can't that's
one of your brethren, somebody who you travel with and work with every day.
Right.
You let this dude trash them, this idiot.
And you didn't do anything.
Well, I think at that point, they were on Air Force One.
They were, but who cares?
So, you know,
well, that's a higher level of journalists then, if they get that
or
pass.
at least access. They
Right.
got a higher level of access. So, all right, so you can't be on Air Force One anymore. Who cares? You got a lot to then report on for a long
See,
time.
what we're discovering here, and again, this is the second thing the people are having a hard time reconciling. The white dudes can't be held accountable by this system, and two, we're a country of cowards. Straight up cowards.
Yep.
Right. So I want to make sure that I can ride on Air Force One. You know what? It ain't worth it.
No.
If it's worth it to you, then you ain't worth nothing to me.
And if your concern is to be on Air Force One over representing the thing that you say you were, that's your career.
Go ahead, man.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's really, I hear what you guys are saying, but it's actually not just that one person, because they got to think about whatever this guy is feeling about me. He always attaches who you work for with it. And he's going to be like, I no longer want NBC here because you pissed me off.
This is where
that's the price you pay.
I understand. So they're thinking, okay, not only do I not get to go on Air Force One, I also lose my job because I just lost access to the president.
And what we don't know is what they said behind closed doors to their people.
Exactly.
But that's inherently cowardly.
I get it. But NBC should be like, okay, so we lost access to Air Force One
for a good reason.
Right. That's where they're punking out.
We still are gonna report.
Bingo.
Right. We can stand outside the steps and talk to whoever comes out, catch them in the hallway. We're just not going to put a mic in front of him anymore. Right.
And make sure people know why you're standing outside.
Exactly.
And that's the opportunity. This is the business part, to your point so often. This is the business case for getting outed, because now you can say to all of your advertisers and sponsors and all the rest, listen, we stood up for what's right for the country. This dude called one of our employees a pig or piggy. That's unacceptable, and we want that to be unacceptable in your domain as well.
I think not that it's acceptable, but I think we expect that kind of behavior from him now, and so now it just doesn't matter. That's expected from him. I mean, look at everything.
Like it's normalized?
Yeah, look at everything that they thought was going to derail him up to the election, making fun of disabled people and this and all these other, behaviors that was supposed to be sophomoric and childish.
They're not connecting the dots, though.
No.
So
I understand.
He's getting away with these things.
I understand
because people aren't standing up.
I understand.
Right? He called some other woman
ugly.
stupid the other day.
Yeah,
right.
It's all
and nobody
normalized.
said anything.
It's normalized for him.
Yeah,
they have normalized. They have not said, Mr. President, this is unbecoming
Forget calling
behavior.
Mr. President. Call him what he is.
No. But I'm just saying, I'm in their world. And them saying, Mr. President, we are trying to do our job, and it is very unbecoming of a U.S. president to speak to the speak.
No,
is that how
that's
you
not
say
me
it?
and you would do it. I'm talking about how them cowards should at least say it.
Okay. Well,
I'm doing coward speech.
Trying to give him something to work
trying to
with.
give him to be the decorum, which
How
is
about
not
this,
there
though?
anymore.
How about this? I agree with you, Ethan. I'm in agreement with you. We got to give them something to help them cross the burning sands and how they
Exactly.
punked out. But how about
Right.
this? This is so. Let's go back to what he said to the woman, calling her piggy, and then the other one stupid. What I'm waiting for is somebody that sits in the news, the press thing with Caroline Levitt is there.
Mhm.
I'm waiting for somebody to raise their hand and so call on Adrian Smith. And when you start off by saying, so I'm a little
Why are you using my government name?
Adrian. Adrian from the
Cat's out of the bag now. I'm so messing with you, right?
Adrian from
Give his phone number too. Yeah. Give
I'm
his-
messing with him so much.
Wait.
But
Okay.
anybody can find me anywhere and know who I am, and I don't give a dang. Right.
All right. So Caroline Levitt calls you and says, Mr. Drunk Ass.
Mr. Ass.
Mr. Ass. Mr. A. And you refer back to her and say, okay, I'm not sure how I should address you. Should I address you as stupid or piggy? I'm waiting for somebody to have that kind of courage because the person didn't call her that, but asked the question. I'm waiting to. I need you to help me out. Thank you for calling on me. I have a question. How should I address you? As stupid or piggy?
Right.
And I'm waiting for that kind of pushback.
They'll get all blustery and get an attitude about it. You got to give it right back to them.
Bingo.
Because that's the language they speak. And
Bingo.
we're trying to speak a different language to these people. I think that even broader, that too many people are still carrying around this belief that if you treat people humanely, that they'll treat you that in reverse. And we can go back to Christopher Columbus and prove that ain't true.
Nope.
We just had Thanksgiving. One of the biggest lies ever told about sharing a meal and all that kind of stuff. These were brown-skinned peoples who were welcoming.
Yeah.
And the people they welcomed said, y'all are just too nice. I'm gonna take everything.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Okay, so we as Black folks love to cook, party, celebrate, and cherish so many wonderful things. I think this would have a bigger impact. And y'all know where I'm going already. I think we have the blackout this and the Black Monday and the Black Sunday and the don't on this day.
Mm-hmm.
How about if we say next year that every Black person in America says, I'm not spending any money for Thanksgiving because of the lie.
Too much of a heavy lift.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's actually safe because you don't spend the money on Thanksgiving.
Too much of a heavy lift.
I agree with you, but tell me why.
Because one, you said every Black person, and you ain't you not a monolithic people.
All right, so let's say
So,
a large number of people.
Right. Even that, still not gonna get them because it's too inconvenient.
Do you think
You
we
got
would-
people who've been steeped in all this tradition and all this, and they don't even know about the lie of Christopher Columbus and the slaughter of the natives with the pilgrims. They don't even know about that.
They know about it, but they don't care.
No, some
I don't think
don't
they do that.
know.
I think they don't know.
They don't
Okay,
know.
fair enough,
So
fair
you
enough.
got to educate a whole. I mean, look how many people believe this lie about Christopher Columbus
Well, here's
and
the
how
big-
he was
here's
this
the big
great
question.
explorer and wasn't lost.
I haven't been in a school in a while. My wife has. Are they still teaching kids about Thanksgiving? The lie?
You should. Of course they are.
I know that.
Of course they are.
Because
Okay, so-
I've looked at some
Yeah.
of my grand
So there's-
nieces and
yeah.
nephews and what they come home with, and they're still teaching.
Yeah, you can't even tell them just don't shop because of everything that Target did and Amazon and all these other places that roll back their DEI. You can't even get all of us to not do that.
See, that's on somebody else, though. If you know it's a lie and you still tell it to people, I got to believe that a good deal of our educators know that this is a lie. And you can still tell it to the children. You're going to actually highlight that part in any kind of textbook that tells this lie to these
Yeah,
kids?
but you got people teaching it who believe the lie. See, that's the problem. You got people who are teaching it who believe that their whole life they've been told the lie.
And the
so when all those books get approved about what should have, because Texas has the largest school system like in the nation, so they publish all these. Yeah,
they drive the
they
book
drive what the
content.
content of what's in the books.
Yeah.
So
still going on.
They've been telling a lie,
Still telling
and
that lie.
you got educators teaching the lie because that's what they believe.
Makes them feel better, I guess. I don't know
if it makes it feel better. It makes them feel more empowered.
Well, they just believe in a lie.
I think it's difficult to contemplate that this is an evil thing you're celebrating.
I don't even know.
I don't even know if they have
I
the
don't know if
capacity
they
to
know.
go there.
All right, y'all. The number is 773-763-9278. You know what? Michelle's not here. You know this? You didn't hear her voice, so she's not here. She's somewhere else. No, I ain't telling you where she is. That's our business. 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Cleaned up my plate. Made me some bread.
Hi, I'm Chris Bulware, founder of itsashort.com. Keep listening to the family meeting.
This is crucial information you don't want to miss. If you're a business with at least 5 employees and have been operating for 2 years or more, Illinois law now mandates that you provide a retirement plan. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Polaris Wealth Management can be your professional partner in navigating this new landscape. We specialize in helping businesses just like yours establish affordable retirement plans that meet your needs and keep you compliant. You may avoid penalties as high as $500 per employee by acting now. Our team of seasoned professionals will guide you through the process step by step, making it easy for you to set up a 401k, a simple IRA, or another qualified retirement plan. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com for more information or shoot us an email at polaris@polarisadvice.com. We're here to help you provide your employees with the retirement benefits they deserve while safeguarding your business from potential fines. Don't let these changes catch you off guard. Contact Polaris Wealth Management today, and let's work together to build a better retirement future for your employees and your business. Visit polarisadvice.com or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street are not affiliated.
Shades of Sisterhood, a coloring book honoring the power of Black women by Candace Robinson, is a creative and inspiring platform that celebrates the strength, resilience, and beauty of Black women. Designed as more than just a coloring book, it serves as a tribute to the diverse experiences and accomplishments of Black women throughout history and in contemporary society. Grab your copy today at Amazon.com. Shades of Sisterhood, a coloring book honoring the power of Black women by Candace Robinson.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
Hi, this is Dave Samber. I'm chef owner of PoloCafe.com. Welcome back to the family meeting.
773-763-9278. See, I know. So when you listen to something like that, Earth, Wind, and Fire, let it play, man.
Yeah.
Let it play.
Yeah.
Here's the rule, though. You got to go to the family meeting playlist. It's on there. You can listen on your own.
You know, what went through my mind when coming back with this Plan E. A couple things. I was like, that song and what it represents to so many people, but particularly us, is almost like taking medicine. You know, taking a soothing kind of. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I know that's kind of nerdy, but
music is healing. Like this kind of music is healing,
right? And it also says, look at what we keep doing. We don't. I shouldn't say we don't. That's not fair or accurate. Maybe. I'm really in a place right now in my life where I am proudly unapologetic about everything that we are. Probably like I've never been in my life. And some of it's probably age, chronological age, but some of it's also just looking at how many things we really have touched. I know people say, you know, that's us, that's us, that's us. But we, you know, we all have to be willing to be in the unapologetic state. And I'm not, maybe I'm preaching to the choir, where, you know, we don't have to, you know, not be proud of everything of us.
Yeah.
And
I think part of the dilemma that the country faces now, I mean, the dilemma that we see on television and hear about every day is pretty apparent. But I think there's a larger dilemma. It's the dilemma of people who are accustomed to being put upon, being able to be responsive in a time like this.
Okay.
And the people who are not accustomed to being put upon are arguably our allies. They need us to be something other than capable of dealing with this, because they can't.
Yeah.
Nope. There's a guy that I had on my show, and he was on this past Friday. His name is Kevin Schultz. He's a professor at UIC, and he's written this book called Why Everybody Hates White Liberals, including white liberals.
I think I saw that book. Yeah.
And it's really a good read. And he basically, he says that, you know, this is on us, meaning white folks, white liberals in particular. He said, this is on us. He said, because y'all have carried the, you know, he's saying what we already know, but he says it in a way that is instructional, and it gives some historicals and attaches things that are happening now to something that happened in the past. And he says, this is why the history, it's an easy read, but his messaging around it is really cool. And I talked to him on Friday about what's happening on campus and how things kind of, you know, came. How
Where's he a professor at?
UIC.
UIC.
Okay. Yeah, and how things came to the end of the school, before the holiday. And he said, you know, what was great for me is he said, I stepped back and I looked at the people that are really impacted by all this happening, particularly with ICE, and the people who are really the ones that are standing up. And he said, once again, the people that are really standing up are folks that look like you, Richard. He said, and he said, yeah, there's us, many white folks that are doing their thing. He said, but you know, y'all just keep showing up. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, because we know how to make a way when there ain't no way.
Yeah,
that's what we've always had to do.
And protect those who are in danger.
Yeah, but you know,
even though they may not be of our ilk necessarily, but they're in danger, so we inherently say that ain't right. We step up, step through. You know, and so he pointed that out, and it wasn't refreshing. That's not really the word I want to use, but it was just, you know, when you hear someone say that, I believe, you give them their flowers and then you tell them, okay, now go do more, because more people need to hear you as a white dude saying that, not us.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we've been saying it. Y'all didn't pay attention.
Well, other white dudes need to hear him say that.
We
don't really need that.
There's something that's coming out. I can't remember what it was now. And it was, it's you. I think you saw it because you may have sent it to me, E. It's this white guy that's talking about this documentary. He's put together this project on educating America on what Black Americans have done in the worst of times, time and time again. And I responded to this on social media. I said, Black people don't need to see this. White people need to see this. The same thing I felt about.
Well, some of us do too, because they're good at hiding our advances from us.
True.
Yeah. There's so many things like, and this is broad.
And my statement's broad too.
Yeah, this is what I'm getting ready to say is very broad. Is, you know, the average Black American doesn't know any more about all of the deep and rich accomplishments than the average white person, and that is because there is an intentional burying of that information.
Yeah.
Right. But the fact that we are still, after this narrative that we really haven't contributed to the country, we're a drag on the country, but look at everything we're still doing, even though we're inferior, and it doesn't compute with them.
Yeah, they don't match
and
up.
they're loose. They're just like, wait a minute, I'm superior in every way to this person. Why is their life better than mine?
Yeah.
And it's a problem for
the,
some of them.
The indoctrination has a lot to do with it. I watched this movie called The Burial. It came out 2 years ago with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones.
I saw it.
It's based on a true story about, and you would appreciate this. It's about burial. At the end of the day, it's about burial insurance fraud.
Mm-hmm.
And well done, produced by Jamie. Jesse Smollett's sister is in it, and it's
Juicy
Smollett's sister is in it. But what's great about the movie is there's a scene, and I know I'm spoiling it, but there's a scene in the movie that talks about lost history and how what happens is that the main society just keeps burying the history literally and putting monuments on top of. You know what I'm talking about? You know what scene I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember in particular, but yes.
And so that is also tied into what you're saying, I think, at least.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, it's a big doo-doo sandwich. Everybody's going to get a bite.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get a bite. And we used to spit it out.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing: we can sense it. We're Sissy Spacek in The Help when it clicks.
You're a big movie reference dude today. Huh?
I guess so.
Yeah.
When it clicks in her mind that her daughter just ate a doo-doo pie, we've been the Sissy Spacek character for a long time.
Yeah.
Here's my thought on all of this. So I've actually stepped back a little bit from social media and I see all the nonsense going on, and I post every now and then, but I don't engage as often with people that I used to, nearly as much as I used to, because I'm seeing the meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known this for a while. I've kind of had this thought
by the meltdown.
I've seen them of the what's going on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to make it political, because it's not just a political party, but it's just the whole thing with I use it, the fairy tale with America, right? And part of that fairy tale has been built on teaching people that they need to hate.
Okay.
Right.
It serves a purpose.
It serves a purpose.
Right.
I've always felt when I see this stuff, there's never enough hate. And eventually hate consumes itself. Because you when it comes to hate, there was a purity in hate. You got to hate this, you got to hate this, and you got to hate that. And people, as people come in and out of that bowl of hate, they're just like, well, I hate all these things, but I don't hate that. Well, you're not a pure enough hate monger. So you can't be. So even their groups of hate start splintering up, and then they start attacking each other. Before you know it, they're spending more time trying to find the purity of the hate cast, that they sometimes forget about us because they start their own little infighting.
Well, that's funny you said that, because I had lunch. Ann and I had lunch with a couple friends of hers that were in town from Minneapolis, and we talked about the others, putting people in boxes, and all the different groups that seemingly the mainstream white mindset in America wants to do, which is put everybody into boxes and then create this other syndrome.
Yeah, that's the first thing they do when they approach somebody, is they categorize you. Where
Right,
you
right.
from? Where do you work? How do you,
And so
where do you live?
It's interesting you said that, because
It's on the application. Which box do you check?
Right.
How about human?
Yeah. I use the analogy, and it's almost like a cousin example of what you just said. They're going to keep creating these boxes of other, to the point where there'll be nothing left.
That's
And
right.
it's going to cave in on itself.
That's exactly it.
I just said that
That's
this
what it
morning.
is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Because there's nothing.
I'm just watching it, because I've always known this and felt this, right? Because I've seen this happen over and over and over. And I'm just like, folks, just let them destroy themselves. Don't stop doing what you have to do to advance what you need to do to get where you want to go. But
trying to institute corrective behavior isn't going to.
So the thing that let me There. That was interesting.
All right, let's find the StreamYard. Da, 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 da.
Back.
I think I'm back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, does yours let you in, or are you still on mine?
I'm still on yours. Let me try mine now. I have no idea why my hotspot's not working today. I have no idea.
When was the last time you used it?
Fairly recently.
Hello, this is Dr. John Artis from Health on Earth Wellness Centers. You can visit us at www.healthonearth.org, and welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah, so we'll try this again, shall we?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Try this again. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, just in case you didn't know, we lost the internet in this place. I have no idea where it went. It just left the internet.
The Illuminati shut us down.
Did they do that?
We were getting too close to sensitive
I
topics.
thought about that too.
Yeah, I can't yeah, man. Maybe this is the raggedy ass rust bucket now.
Oh boy.
Maybe this is, man. I don't know. And we were getting to the good part too, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah, so now you got to put a Herbie Hancock song.
They did that to us? Yeah, he did that.
He rolled it right out.
That's why he's bad.
Synthesized voice and everything.
I need a drink after that disaster.
Can I turn on good boy? Come on, man. Find it.
I don't have that in anymore. I gotta look that one up, man. I don't know. I got it. We played some blues here. Did you hear we played like blues the whole show? I mean, jazz the whole show?
Hold on.
Like,
I'm having a drink.
Okay, we got to stop talking. Drink.
We don't
You can't do two things at once. Something wrong with you, boy?
A toast to us being back after the disaster.
Oh, okay. I will here.
I ain't never seen that. What's it called?
It was called Spin. You could buy it in Jewel, LB.
Carbonated?
Yes.
It's fizzy water.
New York, I like it because it's carbonated.
It's like cranberry Alka-Seltzer.
But it's not.
It tastes like it probably. It's all bubbly and stuff.
Listen, I'm an Alka-Seltzer. It doesn't taste like it.
Sounds like Alka-Seltzer.
It's actually very good.
We were at the good part too, man.
Yeah. My head was starting to smoke and everything.
So I got a question though, man. This goes back to what I said 2 weeks ago, asking the wrong questions. You had this guy, the Afghan national, who drove from like Washington somewhere?
Washington State.
Okay, that's a long ass
That's a
drive.
long way. That's even driving further than from California. Because you got to go all the way west to get to California. But to get to Washington, you have to also drive all the way north, almost up to Canada.
Almost drove off the earth.
People don't realize that the state of Washington, if you draw a line from the Alaska, the Canadian Oregon border, down to its bottom point, to the latitude of the U.S., that's even further west than Los Angeles.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Yeah, it's way out on the
when we say
corner.
the West Coast, it's even further west. I
Yes.
think it's
That's a
like
long
200
drive.
miles.
It's a long drive for an Afghan national. Long drive for anybody. I damn sure I would never take that drive. There's nothing interesting about that drive for me. I'd have to be plenty mad. Something had to make me mad to jump in the car. So you know what? And drive all that way. What's it? 3 days? What's that drive?
That's more like you're doing it by yourself. You can't do it nonstop. With some serious drugs. So he probably committed a week's time. Get there, and get out. Because if he's rushing, he's going to be spotted. So he had to take his time. He probably meandered, and then he got there, and he probably had to settle in, get his bearings. I mean, he's going to pull this kind of thing off.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So to do that, for that length of drive and the length of time, you got to be thinking that.
Yeah, he got to be mad as hell.
Really?
And then shoot somebody. Apparently, he had a version of a Magnum, not the Dirty Harry version, but a version of a Magnum.
Revolver.
Yeah, to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
So
You got to be pretty accurate with that.
he was point blank.
He was point blank. I forgot about
He rolled up on him like that. So the question that the media and everybody's asking is, well, how did he get into the country? And who vetted him? All this stuff. Nobody asked, what's he mad about?
Yeah, because they got to blame. They got to.
Yes,
the wrong question.
He's not mad about anything. He just went cuckoo.
Okay, yeah, or he's crazy.
That's
Something like that.
that's actually what the imbecile said. He said, these people, it happens to them. Those people, they go cuckoo.
Yeah. So I mean, it goes to the same thing. It's feeding into the fairy tale. That we are completely innocent. We had nothing to do with whatever he's mad about. And you probably did. Yeah. There's a story about these Afghans who were basically rescued from Afghanistan after they helped the U.S. in the plunder of Afghanistan. Yeah. And so he apparently was one of them. He apparently has been alleged that he killed on behalf of the CIA in Afghanistan. He was a part of the plunder. So you wonder how many. So what y'all do to him? Right. He killed on your behalf.
He actually worked with a group with the CIA in a paramilitary group.
Yeah.
So what's paramilitary?
Dudes like you and me that ain't necessarily
Mercs.
Yeah, mercs.
Yeah. So what did y'all say? He killed for y'all. He went out there and killed on your behalf in your name.
Chickens came
and now all of a sudden he mad at y'all.
Chickens came home the roof.
So the question I got is, what was he mad about? What did y'all do?
I'd like to know.
And I like, listen,
and they got him in custody, right?
So I got two.
So they know. They asked the man, "What you mad about?"
Yeah. So let's go. Let's peel back even further, because yes, those are questions that we have to ask. And I think even prior to that, Like people, I got some people say, "True, how come you're not talking about the fact that these people, these young kids, shooting and killing, we could go Friday?" And then of course this dude takes out to National Guard. I said, "Listen, until we stop asking that question, start asking this question, which is, when are we going to fix the problem with guns in America?" We don't need to ask Mayor Johnson why he wasn't there to tell the parents where are your children. I don't blame this on Mayor Johnson. I blame this on the parents. First and foremost,
I'm going to go even deeper on what you
let's yeah, and please do. I think you should do that. Right? Let's talk about the guns. Because in each of these cases, guns did not shoot fight. Take away the guns. It's not hiding behind the second.
Hold on. So I just saw this interview. It was an old interview with Richard Pryor where he was some white woman. And so that crazy white woman was just like, "There's no people starving and hungry. You're hungry in the United States, or whatever." And so she refused to believe that people were hungry in America. But there was a point, the dumb part was Richard Pryor made a comment, without guns. Something like that. He was basically saying, I don't starve if I have a gun. And so I wanted to go to the people to say, if everybody has what they need, it doesn't matter even if they have the guns. They're not going to use the guns for nefarious purposes if they don't have to.
$1 trillion military.
Exactly.
They ain't running around the world pissing everybody out.
How many times did Eric said over the years, people don't have to, people, they got something to do. They have to be out there probably.
If my needs are met, I don't need to go out there and try to get them met with a gun.
Why did Laquan McDonald have a situation where he was out that time? What went wrong in his life? And so to this,
I'm trying to stay, and I get that, but I'm trying to stay within the vein of the people that are writing emails and asking about these shootings and whatever, robbing and all that. It's just like, why you want me to talk about this crime, but you don't want me to talk about the crime that goes on all the time at a financial level that denies these people resources while we're constantly throwing resources at this or this community. We're denying over here and lavishing over here. But now you want to get mad when the people over here are just like, we're not gonna take it, and they take things into their own hands. Now you're mad. You want to look at this antisocial behavior. Whistle past the green light.
And it circles back. I use this analogy, not analogy, but I use this piece often. Our $170 billion that's in this bill for ICE, if you want to fix the problem, quote unquote, take that money and divide it into top 20 cities based on population in America and send a check to the mayors, red or blue, of those cities and say, listen, this is the way we want to help with people work, giving people access to this, providing that.
They want to engage in it. That's not what they want to do. It requires them to look at themselves, what they've done, which is what they're not doing. And the media, all the media, including MS, whatever they call themselves now, they're not asking any questions about why this is mad. What the hell did y'all do to him to make him so damn mad that he would drive all that way with an old ass gun and shoot two people in the head in DC? Why DC? Why did he go to DC? Nobody's asking those kinds of questions. I haven't heard anybody.
Could have stopped in Colorado.
Anyway.
And why did he target two people who look like U.S. military?
Right. Exactly. That is choice.
Right.
Right.
Why did you target?
What's his story? How did he get here from Afghanistan? What was he doing through there with the CIA?
Well, I think we kind of know how he got here, but I'm interested in your question of why did that dude drive all the way from one coast to the other, then shoot two people on the street wearing what looked like U.S. military
instead the media?
When he could have did that in any state, he went
right. Instead, they want to ask about how he got here. Who's to blame for him being here?
Was he given asylum under Trump or Biden. And then we'll let the blame fall with
The answer is always to blame him, right? Or find somebody else to blame for the fact that he acted on something that he was upset about. They want to take away the ability for people to act on what they're angry about.
Which, without getting to the good part, let's say, what have we done or not done, neglected to do, or intentionally gone away from dealing with that keeps these things repeating themselves? And we go generation from generation to generation, wash, rinse, and repeat to no end. Any positive end.
Well, I gotta give you something from the chat. Someone said, this is directed at Rich because I guess his video's been kind of buffering. So they're saying, stop moving and talking Italian. It's increasing the buffering. So you know the Italian part they're talking about? You waving your hands. That's hand waving during talking is Italian. So they want you to sit still and talk so you can stop buffering in the video. You know what they used to say? You heard it in Mississippi. Child, sit still.
And close the screen.
Close the screen door. Child, sit still.
Close that screen door behind yourself.
That's right.
Yes, I think that's the interesting question, and I hate the fact that the media, even the media that we prefer, is participating in this fairy tale that they're creating around these people.
There's so many.
Ain't it though? It's like crazy.
That's why I kind of like the discussion before the show. I was like, I pull back, so I'm not like a consumer of, a lot of corporate news and TV news, whatever. I read articles. If I want to know about something, I go on that. So like, I was telling you, I have a subscription to the different news services. If there's a subject that interests me, I read about it. And I don't have to hear 4 or 5 people use their opinions on something.
Which is all it is.
Not really reporting. It's not really reporting. It's just opinion. And I can sit and I can read and I can get the facts and I can get the numbers and all this stuff. The other one was, I couldn't remember. Now I just remembered. It was Politico. So Politico was talking about Trump's numbers. And they actually do a monthly poll and they poll different things.
His numbers?
Yeah, polling numbers. On certain topics, on the economy, on international affairs, on domestic affairs. So Politico does these monthly things, and they and groups of people that they kind of poll and what his numbers are. So, and I couldn't remember all of the percentages for the different groups, but long story short, he's declining as opposed to having increased. But
here's the challenge though. The numbers that I've seen for him in terms of hover in the 30s, 36. Right. So
which is down.
Who are these people?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
they are the real MAGAs, and they talk about that. There are people who were MAGA and they're splintering off. They know
maybe.
Well, this is according to the article, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because they probably ask, are you a Republican or are you a MAGA Republican? And some of them probably say, well, I used to be a MAGA, now I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So
back to a regular,
back to being a regular Republican.
So here's the challenge I have with these people, and it's 30-ish percent plus or minus, depending on who you poll. So the ones that you are splintered into are the ones who have been affected somehow, typically, right? Yeah. Somehow or another, now their farm is failing, whatever the case may be. So now they're mad, right? They were okay initially, but those kind of people fall off, right? So I say to hell with them too, right? Because they don't matter to you in anything. So you can go.
I think that's most of them. But I think there are some that are just saw some things and thought, well, that's a little too far.
Okay, but this third here, that gets me because, and I don't know who they are. You probably know from the article. It's probably the poor white.
I don't know.
Who don't gain or lose one way or the other.
I don't, because this guy's getting the rich and wealthy. What they,
Well, I mean, but they're a sliver though, right? They represent a sliver. I'm talking about the preponderance of that 30 is probably the poor white.
Yeah, because
didn't have nothing when he got here, And he ain't
Yeah.
gave them nothing since,
Yeah.
except the ability.
Plus,
to
there's
say-
a larger
to be white.
population of that
and
anyway.
to say that we're still better than them.
Right.
So that's I think that's the core of the 35%. Let's say 12, I'm just throwing a number. Let's say 29% of those are that description, and the other 5, 6, 8%, whatever it flushes out to be, might be that corporate.
People with great jobs and two-car garage.
and they're not going to be really impacted one way or the other. But they're just a softer version of the same that 28%, which
Yeah.
are dogged about it. The people that
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
And some of them are just like, okay, this is a bit much.
But I think that Eric's right. People that are in that 35%,
The Republicans.
that are still that are there.
Yeah.
Like what
don't
the
disagree.
hell? When you ask the question, how are we going to live with them? That's the them that we have to say we got to kick them to the curb because they won't change under any circumstances. There's nothing that can be done. That
They
will-
broke now, they're gonna be broke forever.
or they're uber wealthy, and they don't give a damn, and they still don't want people
Right.
other than them
But the preponderance of these poor ass white people.
are the ones that
But
make up.
here's why I see the benefit. Because in that poll, in those poll numbers going down for him, Congress, regardless of the poll numbers, the president, Congress normally gets a more rate, right? And so if his numbers are that
Cancer
bad,
is more popular than Congress.
yes. So for us, think about how the Democratic Party has a chance to actually take the House and the Senate because that guy's support and his party's support is waning. So we do have a chance. We're not in charge.
Okay, so I hear all those numbers all the time. What really confounds me about that scenario is that in every election since I think maybe Eisenhower, it may have been Bush, the majority of white folks in this country have voted for some version of this.
Yeah, I got into a conversation with a person that said that I was being racist because every time I have this part of the dialogue with a guest or a caller, and I point out the fact that you can't get away from this reality. That is, over 70% of white people in America vote for this, and over 52, 56, 57, 16, 20, and 24 of white women voted for this.
Now, so most white people voted for this.
Yeah. So when I hear someone say, yeah, but not all of them, I'm not caring about that conversation. I want to ask those white folks that say, yeah, but not me. So then what did you do to convince those that you are not like to not vote the way that they did?
But here's the stark reality of elections in this country. I think we've discovered over decades. That is, that the majority of white folks want this.
It's
right?
a fact.
Not all of them. The majority want this. And the only way to counteract that is this coalition minority of white folks and black folks and throwing Hispanics on top of that.
And
that's the only way you counteract
That's it.
And they've demonstrated across a couple of generations that this is exactly what they want.
That's exactly right. And this is where books like the one that Kevin Schultz has written, Why Everybody Hates White Liberals, Including White Liberals, is so on point because he's speaking that truth, which is until y'all decide that you're going to go after those who are dragging you down. Because let's be honest, you said what happened in 16, after you won in 16, you said, ain't nothing going to change until white folks in America start to feel the pain. You said versions of that over the last decade. And
they're showing us that
and now it's starting to happen. And I think that the reason that so many people are astonished, white folks in America are astonished, is because they never thought that their riding in on the white horse stew was going to turn on them. And I think the best example right now, which we said was going to happen, is how he so quickly turned on the woman that was ready to lay down on heaven's bed for him, i.e., he turned on her before the sunset that day.
Mm-hmm.
So that if that's not an awakening, and I say this to white women that voted for this or that won't stand in the door, that's not an awakening. You all.
But I think the mistake is that we think that these people people will come around.
I'm not saying, no, I'm not saying I'm not saying that. That's the next step. I'm saying that
I don't think they'll ever be. I don't think there's ever a next step.
no. The first step is to even acknowledge that it's happening. They're still representing. They're right. They're still. That's my point. There's still ones that not even acknowledge.
I don't know that they even care.
Whatever the reason
They do though. That's just what they want.
No, I mean about what happened.
But see, that's maybe I'm being too literal. We're all being too literal. It's not what happened to her. It's what he did, which he will do that again to the next person. And this is a conversation about how white folks in America have to realize that is not only who he is, that's who y'all are.
They know.
Culture.
No.
And to push back on us is
Him doing that to her is no support.
No. For some people, it is. I know that you can't be all inclusive.
But even though he thought I was her, she still wants that.
But it doesn't, the point is, Andrew, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the people who have propped it up, they don't understand. They're not even acknowledging that it happened. They want them so desperately to be the God that
what happened?
That he turned on her. They don't even care.
Yeah, well, I just said that. They don't even care about that.
Everybody ill of what they want is their enemy. Everybody, no matter who you were before, you're their enemy now. This is what they want. This is what the majority of white folks want. So I don't need nobody saying, "Hey, listen, it's not me, it's not all of us." We're not saying
We're not
it's all
saying
of
that.
you. Right.
Whatever.
But the data says that most of you right now.
The data, this is the thing. The data says it, and that's what the people who say that they're smart is folks that are right?
Even the folks now who've gotten angry, got on the outside, they still want it. They just don't like what happened.
They don't want to be excluded. They don't want to be excluded. So they feel like, how could this happen to me? But so that means you still want, because it was a green just something happened and she just said something about SNAP. So you still want people to be in pain over here. But
she still wanted it. Right. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, even when, remember when Miss Cheney came over, Kamala Harris, like,
I remember thinking, okay, I get it, but
she still wanted them.
Unless, see, my only way to include is that person has to publicly denounce their previous behavior. Not just say, I wish it hadn't happened, but say, I was wrong.
She did that.
She did that. Which is why I don't care about a speech. I care about action.
That's right. So
I agree.
She didn't go full tilt unless I missed something. She went full tilt.
She actually apologized.
But did she say she was wrong? That's a different.
She said she was wrong
for her previous votes and all that.
For participating and inflaming things,
but she's still there.
She's done so many things, and listen, I'm with you.
Yeah,
she's one of them. I'm saying she did apologize, which is not all people.
Yeah, but I don't trust it because how many times people abuse it and they get back to abuse
it? That's why I say I really don't care about them dumb ass speeches. But I want to see what you're doing because after the apology, like you said, we had this big protest. Now what's the plan?
Yeah, that was
right. Okay, you had your big speech. What's the turnaround? What are you going to do to counteract all the damage?
Have you seen anything?
Actually, I've seen people that were on the sidelines have actually committed to get involved. That's not allowed. I don't know what the litmus test is. I'm not going to talk about it. I can't even do that.
Let's not relitigate that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is,
we're what, weeks away from that now?
Let's not relitigate that.
One second. I got litigated. Y'all litigated the hell out of me when I said,
let's not relitigate that.
I will say this is the data. One of the things that did come out of that is a number of people that voter registration is up, and the other thing is the number of people that participate. So, but again, we can't relitigate. I want to come back to something. Okay, short on time. About Marjorie Taylor Greene apologizing. No. It's because it goes back to this whole concept of how are they going to, if they're going to change, do they even care? Are they even here? All I'm trying to ask is this. What will it take for us to say that person is okay? And I'm not saying her.
I asked that question all the time.
What will it take for us to go, you know what? Okay.
We have to give people
we do, because if we're not critical, I believe.
Yeah.
And so
it may be a long path for certain. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I agree. She's not even on the path.
I don't think she is.
I'm a,
Well, she might be on the path.
Stella dislikes how unforgiving I am.
Very forgiving, but
I know you may be. I'm just saying, Stella. I will just tell you now. Stella is a little unhappy with how.
But Adrian, certain requirement. It comes with a certain amount of action and work that you do.
I understand that.
So I'm with you. No. I'm not siding against Stella. I'm saying it comes from me because I've been accused of being extremely unforgiving. But people that don't know that I'm not.
It ain't actually.
It
I
just
need to tell you
comes-
right now.
it just
You don't have
comes
to say
from-
allegedly. He is allegedly unforgiving. It's not
Okay,
allegedly.
so let me ask you this: what is it that? And before you say it, I know it's unlikely that she do. What would she have to do for you to say, okay, it's not okay?
Green?
I can't even imagine that she could do anything.
I know.
I can't imagine that she could do anything to make up for all the damage she's done.
She can't make up for the damage.
Why not?
Okay, look,
Well, she can live the rest of her life trying, but I don't know.
Let me try something on you. Let me try something. Let me try something.
Go ahead.
All right? There's a boy who was used to be the governor of Alabama. I never really bought that either. But if she goes out on a huge campaign and uses some of the money, I'm advocating this money reparations.
You know what I'm saying? And
Does she begin on that path for you then?
that's a start, but I'm not saying I'm not forgiving you for all the other
I'm
stuff
not
you
asking
did.
you. I'm not. That's down the road. I get that.
No, it's
Is,
not.
is she on the path then? Full-throated advocate.
Okay, so you can be on the path, right? And you can take a step. What do they say? The something of the journey of 1,000 steps starts with one step.
Don't get those out.
No, they say the journey of 1,000
my
steps
damn
begins with the
question,
first
man.
step.
Well, listen.
So that's your first step. Okay, let's see what you do next.
I'm with you there.
I think so. Okay.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
on the path, though.
You're on the path. What
Okay.
you gonna do after that?
All right, fair enough.
Because you did all this other stuff. It's not just my community you hurt. It's all other kind of people you hurt.
So here's
And you're stupid.
Here's my response to the question. She's on the path right now.
You
Because
think so?
Nah, I'm not saying. I'm again, man.
Can I finish?
Well, this is his opinion, so you
This is
can't.
his opinion.
I didn't disagree with your opinion. I agree with your opinion.
I shut up. Go ahead.
You didn't really shut up.
She's on.
You were really loud, as a matter of fact.
Adrian, to take your own.
I'm just saying.
She's on the path.
Those are not my words.
Let the man talk.
He said to take my words, but that's not my word.
She's on the path. To use her word, she has been extremely
Okay.
she's got a lot of work to do because she's an abuser that started by saying, I'm sorry I was wrong. But she's got a lot of work to do.
But I live like
Exactly. But to not at some point say, okay, she's moving along on the path by her actions. That
I never said someone's not moving along the path. What I said was,
Adrian, did
I'm hard to forgive. I didn't say somebody wasn't on the path.
I didn't say on the path. I didn't say I didn't just say
I'm not saying it
Play
is.
this
I'm
game,
not- I
y'all.
know. I know.
I said what I said. Did you say this? All that
Right,
kind of
because
stuff.
he
We're
won't
not
let me
gonna
do that. He won't
No,
let he won't let me finish.
I heard you. And all I'm saying is, I want to see works.
I was
But
trying to-
even
I
with
want-
the
I
works,
wanted
I
to-
don't know if
I
she can
wanted
do
to-
enough.
I wanted to do a couple of works, but
I don't know.
I would like to. I would like to put somebody.
I would too. That's where that's where we're going.
You're not in with me. You don't get invited to cook out.
This is what you
I'd
need
like
to
to
do.
put your dumb ass to work, and I hope you die at it.
Because here's what you can do. Give her a list of things that would allow the path. Listen, how I look at it, she will never not be off the path. She'll always be in my life.
We're doing some. So I'm with you.
She'll always be on the path.
Path, not path. I get that.
But to that end, it will all of it requires work. Tangible things like preparation.
In
even to the extent of going to the people, the community.
Okay, is that progress?
I'm not there yet.
See, I'm gonna do it, right? We're
progress.
getting on the path. Is that progress?
It's not. What's the definition? It's not progress. No.
Right.
Hold on. Let me answer. What's the destination?
I don't think he has.
What's the destination? So then how can you ask the question of progress?
That's a tricky question.
By design.
Yeah,
It was
so
by
yeah.
design because you said progress.
Is it
Progress
progress?
as you define the progress.
Yeah, progress is moving in a direction. Away from where you are now,
Right.
moving in a direction.
So
Okay,
if
so I
she's
agree
doing
with
work,
you, but the question is, how do you move? Right?
Exactly.
and what are the
And a
works?
speech
What are the
is
works?
not enough
I
movement
agree.
for
I
me.
agree. I agree. That's not progress.
So that ain't progress.
That's why we said
So
we have
if
to create the acts that would allow for us to pass. Because we're the ones that feel judge their determination. We would want to be the ones to create it. Say, we're to be, or not just literally, come on across that field. We got to determine what progress is before we can say is that progress. And then, because we control that, I would think we got to. Well, if we're the ones that, but if we're not, if we're the ones that are going to accept, we're talking about it in the context of that sounds like something.
I'm watching you. I'm watching what you do. I feel like you out to find that problem. I'm not this. I'm not doing that. I mean, there's a person that wants to progress. I mean, this person.
So those are the reparations for the to broadly say is in progress.
So, on a relative scale, right? For her, if there are reparations, I would consider that.
That's why I'm saying.
But
yes,
for her
that's fine.
advocating for reparations,
She has to do the work.
it has to be results.
And do the work to see results and measure it, whatever we want to use to quantify it.
Yeah.
But I think that, and
So-
I don't mean her literally. I mean, remember what I said earlier? I don't only mean her literally. I mean all the people, her and others. People
No,
like
I'm
her.
talking because he
I know,
brought
but I'm going back to what Eric says.
Yeah.
All ask all the time. How we gonna live with these people? Well, they got to learn how to live with us. And for them to learn to live,
You still want to leave.
right? So I don't think we have to live with her. So
I do not believe that this comes from her core being. She's sorry. She's sorry that she's on the freaking
I agree.
outside.
Adrian,
Okay. That we can agree.
and I have
So I
been.
don't give a dang
I
about
don't care about what she's saying right now because
I know what she stands
for. Who she's for. What she stood for then, and now I still believe she stands for that. The only reason she has come out, it's like what Jasmine Crockett said. She's had a week. She had 5 days to catch the heat from Roy, and she throws it out. And so our lineage has been we can catch it all the time. So, you know, she funked out. So I got nothing. All I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
it's like you said, you know,
She's among the cows.
she is.
and you
As soon as it
can't
got hot,
take it.
she decided to quit.
When it got the most difficult for her, for some of these other people, they're just like, I'm out. It looks like I'm gonna lose. I'm not really here to fight for my constituency.
Right. Hey, wouldn't it have been a
It's,
better
you know,
move if she had said, you know what, I can stand all the feeling, all the things you're saying. I'm not gonna run again, but I'm gonna stay until my term is up. I'm gonna spend all my days until all the hell I can catch. But I'm with my constituents. That would have been something I could have said. At least she could do that.
Or
You know,
she, or
That's
she
the least
could,
she could do.
or she
Right.
could have led every campaign speech with, "I was wrong. Let me tell you how I was wrong,
Bingo.
and let me tell you how I'm going to correct my
Bingo.
past
There it is.
mistakes."
That's
It's
it.
not progress.
But at least what would make her.
We have the same thing on progress.
I understand that because saying what you're going to do and actually do it. She would have to
How
get
about-
elected on what she said she was going to do, and then do it.
What about those? What about
Yeah, she had to get the legislature.
Exactly. That's
Well,
what
this
she
remains
get it done.
get it done.
Get it done. Get it done.
But if she decided to not run again, stay in the seat until next November, and along the way, she started doing some of those things, going out with individuals who were on the opposite side of what she stood for, and standing with them and saying, to your point, every time she opens her mouth, here's what I did, and here's where I was wrong. I think that was, I don't know, I'm not going to try to call it progress and have a debate with you guys about that. I think I would look at it and go, okay, at least she's doing something in a way.
I wouldn't get that to her because that's the least she could do.
But I understand that. No. The least she could do is what she's doing.
Right. If you do what you're supposed to do,
hold on. Wait, I didn't say that.
No. I'm with you. She can get credit for it.
I did not say that. I said she did go out to the people that she harmed.
You can get credit for that.
That's all I said. I didn't say that that's the reason what she's
You
doing.
can get credit for that. Okay.
I'm trying to find that mindset to do.
Yeah.
To change the narrative in a way that people go, okay, but what he's done, because what he's done is he said, I was wrong. He's done all that. I have him on because he has actually created a way for people who messed up. They were wrong. They were misguided. Whatever the reason was, for them to be able to say, what can I do right now?
You got like a Leaving MAGA group or something,
Right. It's called Leaving MAGA. And it's a group of people. And the interesting thing about it is they're not, most of them are, but they're not all white. Oh, yeah. I know that. And so because of that, it's interesting because it's not so much about him. The people have said, man, I've read your bios. I had him on the show because I have a guest on him on plus one of these new people. Where they said, they're not people. I say new. The humanoids or what is it? Whatever. so you can see I'm not fully in the tank. But at least I want to give some room for them to find a way. Because I look at it like this. If that person recognized they were wrong, and they're willing to acknowledge that, and why they were wrong, who they harmed, and now what they're going to do about it, I can allow that person to be in my world, but I feel them with the wrong animals. How many times have these people voted? Some voted once, some voted 3 times. So I can create all kinds of data, all that, but that's not all. I'm objective to say, listen, we know some people out there that are in on the line. I have a couple of friends that just they're no longer
Enough with the Italian.
they're no longer are these folks that I've seen. And I'm not going to until they decide.
For me, this is really unique. Only because you knew who this dude was. He said in his first campaign. And you voted for him. And you were wrong for doing it. What about you, though, as a young person at voting age? Thought that was good. Or you not have done it the first time. And then for the third time. I question you. I don't know that I can have a meaningful conversation. It would need to be an intellectual conversation with a person with that low of a well, it's not just that. That's a very smart people that think that's right. I talk to them, they're imbeciles too. There's a difference. No, you're talking about the ability to do that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just rationalizing, humanizing people. That's the act of dehumanizing. So it's not necessarily happening that intelligence or smart. That's a cool person. Keep in mind what kind of intelligence I'm talking about. Emotional intelligence. Agreed. Like okay. But you were able to yeah. And so the learning so part of it, Eric, is to ask the question. One of the things is they're not all like I'm not trying to spread the bad, but part of it that I said, okay, so what I learned is that here's the deal. Every person I've had this year, every one of them I have had back to Christian evangelism. Every one of them. And I read their bios. That's the part to me that was that crosses cultural lines. And so Christian evangelism that's got a lot of you would say really smart people, intellectually positioned, humanistic position, failed as Christianity. That's some crazy stuff. I got this little thing that I've been doing. I see Facebook Reels or Instagram, whatever, and call it my see was a picture of the Lord. Italian. So, and I I'll put on my Facebook post, that's why I'm up to 7. And it is, yeah, and it is people who formerly evangelical or whatever, and it's all about how they are tying all of this white supremacy and all this stuff right back to the Christian faith, right? And so I just say, hey, fix your religion. Part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. Right. That's the question. Great question. Why or how could I? A lot of it's stronger and keep certain people alive. And it also it's a bit shocking, but maybe eye-opening all I mean, I know we kind of out there surface thought it might be, but then hear people actually say. So, I really started you then you a little bit that they're getting about so what a little bit of what is to do get that's doing work. You have to advocate for something. That's the difference. No, yeah, but in that situation, that's doing a monkey in the work.
The job though is hope.
Yeah, but to say this is terrible, say I'm not going to go forward and say that I have legislation to help people, that's the job. It's the job.
But what if the legislation harms people? It says now, I'm not voting for anything. I don't care. I'm not voting for anything this is doing.
Many times those people, what they do is okay, so we're breaking it down. All I'm saying is you gotta raise the bar. Fine. So bad. You're not just saying, I'm not gonna do anything. Raise the bar. Right?
I think it's okay that Richard wants to give this guy credit
I'm
for
just saying,
I'm drawing a line in the sand. Yeah.
That's the same thing. Listen, I'm not going to murder. Okay, thank you. I'm not murdering.
You know what? If you're a serial killer, that's a big deal. I'm not gonna do my
You're not supposed to kill people.
I'm not gonna go from 99 to 100. I'm gonna
So you're a serial killer. You say, I'm not going to kill people.
yeah.
Absolutely. You're not supposed to kill people. So at least
Exactly.
no. Everybody gets killed.
No, it's not. It is. I'm sworn off killing. It is in my nature to do that, but I'm gonna fight my nature.
That's a low standard.
It's not for a serial killer.
It's huge. It is low for a serial
It's
killer.
not.
You ain't supposed to kill people.
No. You and I aren't serial killers. We understand that.
Go back. Go back to what you were doing before, which is 40.
Exactly.
Right. That's like saying I'm not going to stab people when I'm going to shoot. What are you saying? That's the least.
It's a big deal to someone that's a knife expert.
I don't have no. I have no standard. I'm just saying.
It's about meeting people where they are. Right?
All I'm saying is, I can at least smile at the dude and say, you know what? Play that way. That's all I'm saying. Nothing more. I'm not trying to equal the cake. I'm trying to make it something where you don't level of this or level that. I can at least go, okay, good. There's a person that said, because we oftentimes say this. I don't want to be, my response would be, what took you from there? Fair enough.
Yeah.
But to that, we oftentimes say, we want to see people that are least do the least thing. Somebody will do the damn.
Yeah. I was thinking along those
I'm not
lines.
going to be hypocritical.
Right.
Words and then go, okay, now I'm going to move the goalpost. I ain't doing that.
Right. So I was thinking about how, talk about people are tasteful and we have no expectations of it to do the right thing. So when someone finally does something that is a right thing, not the right thing in its entirety, but a right thing, let's just say, okay, you did the right thing.
And that's it.
Nothing more.
You're supposed to do the right thing.
Yeah, but if we
we
had no
can't-
expectation for them to do it because they haven't for so long.
Right, because you lowered the standard of success.
No, I didn't. They lowered the standard.
They started
and we
that way.
still got our standard.
If you recognize them doing what they're supposed to do, progress.
And not about recognizing any of that at all. It's just this has been what you have done historically. Oh, now you've done something different. And instead of being a horrible person, you decided not to be horrible in this moment. Not being horrible. In this moment,
Congratulations.
yes.
Go back to
But
work.
I'm going to paraphrase. It's a good thing that you were not horrible. Hold on.
Hey, you can't be that.
Okay, thank you for not being horrible right
That's
now.
just like
Let's
saying
see if you can
can't-
do that again.
Listen to what you're saying.
I am. I'm totally listening to it.
Not being
Thank you
horrible.
for not being horrible. Let's see if you can not be horrible again.
And you're welcome.
No. Yeah. So now maybe not having it for not being horrible. Good. That felt even better. Felt even better than stabbing somebody.
I don't give a damn. I don't need to be right about it. I don't need to be convinced one way or the other. I know where I stand.
Listen.
If someone says this person is going to start to change every year in the most minute way, I would be lying and I hypocrite to say I can't And
I
I'm
don't have to love it for it. Endorse it, pop it up, I see that all the time.
This conversation we just had, I can tell you authority that that's how some programs work for special education. That people that are put put in special education programs, no, they sometimes are rewarded for doing when they normally and hopes that they recognize, reinforce good behavior. That's the thing. Because those people that end up in the right, the only thing you ever got was the stick.
So you
Maybe so.
I'm
No, I
not
don't.
saying that.
No, I
I'm just,
don't. Actually,
I'm talking about it.
actually, no. It says high standards. Because all it says is that's it. Having low standards would be that we don't give a damn, in my measuring. And that's how a lot of people will see
all it takes to not be horrible. Thank you for not being horrible. That's all it
Yes.
takes.
Yes.
I didn't say
Thank
that.
you for not being
He
horrible.
did.
I did,
Yeah.
and I stand by it. Thanks for not being horrible. You could have been.
Well,
you could have done
well,
this, but you didn't. So I appreciate it.
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
you not
that you are not being horrible right now. You could have. I mean, you are. You did this time.
You could have murdered somebody.
But
And I
you didn't.
appreciate you not murdering.
Especially if it was me. I appreciate you
I
not murdering me.
appreciate you not punching somebody in the eye.
So if I can't find this sweater for you, am I gonna be like in that category? Nah, see?
That's completely different.
No, it's not. Same thing.
All right, y'all. That's all the time we have. Listen, the internet went out in this raggedy ass place, man. What can I do?
You
Gotta shut it
rescued
down
it.
early.
I did the least I
Oh, man.
Not,
Hey,
not
all right,
my
so
phone. Not my
we working out. Tune into the family meeting every Sunday.